It's Wednesday, June 8th, and this is GeekwireTV. Thanks for watching. We're talking about E3 today. Wow, a lot of neat stuff coming out of there. I'm going to do my overall rankings of each of the major companies, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, first. Then I'll talk a little bit about each of them individually. So, in third place, Microsoft. It's funny because they're the one company that I have a little stock in, which is to say that I own an Xbox 360. I don't have a PS3. I don't have a Wii. So they're the ones I'm looking at going, okay, show me something cool. And 2 years ago, they showed me Project Natal, which then turned out to be Kinect last year. And all along, I was kind of like, meh. And I'm still kind of meh. In second place, Sony. I was really impressed, and so much so that I may end up getting a PS3 at some point, and or a PSV, PlayStation Vita. And the clear, hands down, hats off, #1 Nintendo. Holy crap! Holy motherfracking crap! Just wow. I will get to my Nintendo thoughts when my Nintendo segment, but just A plus 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 plus. Just Nintendo, wow, you guys have just stunned me, and I can't wait to see the unfortunately named but still really awesome looking Wii U. So in third place we got Microsoft, like I said. Overall, not really impressed. Now, to be fair, Microsoft wasn't announcing anything big this year. You know, Nintendo had the Wii U, and Sony had their new next generation portable. So, so Microsoft just could have announcing more of the same. But you know what? I wasn't impressed. The Kinect, I just don't care about. I don't want one. I don't intend to get one. The one thing that was kind of cool that they're kind of doing for the hardcore, it seems, is the voice control, like they showed with Mass Effect 3, where you can tell your squad mates where to go, and with the dialogue choices, you can say what you want Shepard to say. That's kind of cool. My question is, couldn't I just do that with a headset? Like in Tom Clancy's End War. I didn't play End War, but I've heard about it. So why do I need to Kinect for that? And I mean, like the Ghost Recon thing where the guy was waving his hands around and kind of doing stuff with the guns. That's neat. That's neat. But it doesn't change the game fundamentally. It doesn't really do much for me. Like Microsoft, out of their hour-and-a-half press conference, spent so little time talking about games, specifically games that I'm going to play. They talked about Kinect, and they talked a lot at great length about Bing and media and stuff. And it's like, I want my Xbox to play games. I want to shoot stuff. I want to hack and slash. I want to play neat arcade games. That's what I want. And you know, there wasn't really a lot on the 360 that's coming out. I mean, at this point, the only reason I own a 360 is because, well, I have one. Mass Effect 3 is coming out, and I do have my save games for Mass Effects 1 and 2. And Gears of War 3 is coming out, and I'm kind of interested in that. And I have a crap ton of DLC. I have, you know, downloadable games like Shadow Complex and Tomb Raider, and I have all my Rock Band songs. So that's what's keeping me with my Xbox. But I could see myself getting a PS3 in the future and playing mostly on that. Let's see. This is more of a style thing, but the floor shows with the Kinect and the kids, eye roll. Just really bad children acting. I don't need that. I get why the Kinect is cool for kids, but the way they show it is just kind of interesting. And I also don't see why it's such a huge thing to have controllers gaming. I don't understand why a handheld, you know, controller is a bad thing. I like my controller, and I want to keep playing with it. The voice stuff is neat, but that's about it. And here's the thing. Kinect is a neat idea, but not for a gaming system. I love to have Kinect in the home. You know, my cell phone's in the living room, and I can't find it, and I say, you know, Kinect, find my cell phone, cause it to ring. That's kind of cool. You can do that with the iPhone. I mean, just through iTunes as well. I know, but or not iTunes, but some iTunes Apple program. The example I really like is, you know, I'm in the kitchen making dinner, and my kids are in the living room playing a video game or watching TV, and I say, "All right, kids, time for dinner," and they're like, "No, one more minute." I just go, "House, turn the damn TV off," and then you hear the chorus of Oz coming from the living room, and away they trudge into the dining room. That's neat. That technology is really cool. But for a gaming system, not really. I know what Microsoft is trying to do. They're trying to get into that market that Nintendo has so thoroughly dominated with this latest generation. But they're doing it the wrong way. And they're also, I think, getting away too much from the hardcore gamers. There weren't a lot of announcements in terms of games that were interesting to me. Gears of War 3 is coming out, yay. Mass Effect 3 in March, yay. That was really about it. The media stuff, I don't care. I have the internet. I watch TV online. I don't need you to connect me to ESPN and UFC and whatever else. I don't need Bing. I don't need any of that. I'm sitting at this table watching TV on my computer. I have a keyboard right in front of me. I don't need that stuff. And I think that a lot of gamers don't, and I think it's kind of silly. But that's me, and I mean, like I said, Microsoft, they get the lowest grade of the show for me. And I'm disappointed by that because, again, I have a 360, and I want to play more stuff on my 360. Moving on to Sony. The big thing I took away from Sony was it's about the games, stupid. It really seems like Sony is in that hardcore gamer space, and that's where they want to be, and that's really cool to me. It really made me excited about games. They're opening, with all the games that they have on the PS3 and on PlayStation Network and PSP was really cool, and I'm like, I want to play that. That looks neat. I want to try that. It's about the games, and I was really excited and really kind of interested in what they were showing. Now, Jack Tretton, starting off at the beginning, saying, there's a big elephant in the room. The PS Network went down. Really charming guy, really great choice, and I think he pulled it off really well because at the end, people were really excited about the PlayStation Vita, which I'll get to in a minute. It looks like Sony's really going hardcore 3D, which is kind of cool, and I think as much as I don't care about 3D, because I really don't, I like that they're how passionate they're being about it and how smart they're being about it. I think it's a smarter move for them to really try and leverage 3D than it is for Microsoft rather to leverage Kinect. Here's the other thing: Sony makes televisions. Gee, they have a console that can run 3D games and they sell 3D TVs. That's a match made in heaven. So I think it's really smart as well. And the bundle they showed for the 3D monitor for the PlayStation was kind of cool and kind of nifty. And it was funny because I was writing down the notes as the show was going on, and actually Jack mentioned we really want to make 3D work for the PlayStation, and it looks kind of neat. The PlayStation 3 display, it looks kind of cool. Other things that were neat: the Star Trek motion control phaser game, that looks kind of fun, and the fact that Star Trek is coming out in 2012, which I didn't know, with the new movies, kind of cool. I'm excited about that. I mean, again, I walk away from it kind of going, Sony's making me excited about games, and I want to buy their system because it has games on it. I mean, so does the Xbox, obviously, but I just feel like Microsoft. What it feels like is, and I'll get to this more when I talk about Nintendo, but it looks like everyone's kind of trying to go around and change from the space they're in. Like Sony and Microsoft are sort of over here duking it up for that really core gamer audience. Nintendo was over there, kind of doing the casual thing, and now everyone's kind of going around. It's interesting to see how the market's sort of repositioning itself. So I'm curious to see what happens next. And I'll get to that more when I talk about Nintendo, because that's going to be a really big part of when I talk about Nintendo. So the PlayStation Vita, really cool, really kind of neat. It looks like a lot of fun. I'm not a portable gamer. I've owned a DS once or twice and never really gotten a lot of mileage out of it. But the Sony NGP looks kind of cool. I got to say I'm really pretty excited about it and probably want to get one at some point. The notion of playing a game on your Vita and then it going cloud saving and then going back into PS3, that's kind of nifty. The two touch screens, it looks like Sony is kind of trying to get casual and hardcore, because you've got two analog sticks, a whole bunch of buttons, the usual sort of hardcore control scheme, but you've also got the touchpad on the back and the touchpad on the front, along with a gorgeous display. So that looks really neat, and I'm really excited to see what that thing's going to do. And I like this Ruin game they were talking about, where you interact on Facebook and Twitter, and you have friends and rivals. That's kind of cool. That kind of excites me. And I also would imagine that there'll be an app store for the Vita. it's going to be sort of similar to the iPod, I think, where you can download and buy games right from your from the device. Which I think is kind of cool. I think it opens up a lot of doors for Sony, and it looks like it's going to bridge the gap between casual and hardcore, which I think is really neat. I think it'll bring in people who might have an iPod, because the price point is about the same as an iPod Touch, and it'll probably have the same functionality. I know they have a music library, and I mean, granted, your PlayStation Vita would be larger than an iPod, but you can also do more stuff with it. So I think that's really cool, and I'm really excited to see it when it comes out. I'll probably get one, which is kind of surprising because I wasn't all that prepared to be all that excited, but I'm likely to get one when it comes out. I'm running up on about 10 minutes, so what I'm going to do is the next this will be a two-part broadcast. So the next one will be talking about Nintendo rather, and the Wii U and things like that. So it'll be like, this is the end of part one, and there'll be part two.